Welcome to this tutorial video of class 4. Today, as you know, we are discussing the chapter number 4, that is formatting a document. Now let's see a quick recap of the last session, how to do formatting. See, as we know that before formatting, whatever we want to do, first we have to select the text. First we have to select the text. You can see on the screen, suppose these are the text already selected. After selecting, you can do the different type of formatting. For example, if you want to change the font design, so this is the place, this is the box for font design. If you click here, one drop down list will come, this type of list. These all are the different designs of font. You can choose any one of these. If you do that, then your font design of these characters will be changed accordingly. Now beside this is the size of your font. If you want to change the size of your font, first you have to select the text by dragging the mouse. Your text will be highlighted as like this. After this, you can go to this box. When you click, you can see another drop down list will come with different sizes. You can choose your size. Let's see, I am trying to show you. Now see, this is the different size box. Formatting, these all are called formatting tools. All these tools are known as formatting tools. What are the tools available here? This is for bold, this is for italic, this is for underline. Okay, now these four are for alignments. This is for left alignment, this is for center alignment, this is for right alignment, and this is for justify. Okay, now let's go forward. See now selected, text are selected, you know. Now these are for uppercase and lowercase. Okay, this. Now see, this is for highlighting. You can highlight. This is for alignment. See alignments. Okay. These all are. This is the line spacing. Okay. What you have to do? First you have to select the line. Then click here, and you can choose the different line spacing options. Okay. Now let's go forward. This is for bullets and numbering. What you have to do? You just select the text. Click here. Different type of numbering options will come. Then you can choose accordingly. Now let's move forward. Okay. These are the color changing different themes. Okay, now formatting effects can be applied using the home tab. All the formatting options are available just under home tab. These all tools are bold, italic, underline, except this. This is for editing, not formatting. Cut, copy, paste. This is called editing. After this clipboard group, this is for font design change. This is for font size change. This is for making your text bold. This is for italic. This is underline. This is for case change. Case change means uppercase, lowercase means capital letter, small letter. This is the place for doing so. And this is for font color. If you want to change your color of your font, you just select the text, click here, different colors will come down. You choose whatever you want. And now these four are for alignment. And this is for numbering, bullets and numbering. Bullets means different type of styles. Bullet can be a dot, bullet can be a dash, bullet can be a star. It is used for numbering. If you don't want to give any number like 1, 2, 3, you can give different symbols. That is called bullets. Now let's go through this chapter. Okay. Now paragraph options. This is paragraph group. Alignments are given here. Okay. Now see copying and moving commands, clipboard group. This is clipboard group. Copying, moving options are available. Okay. Now the let's know box, it is given in your page. The redo button on the quick access toolbar can also be used as a repeat typing tool to rewrite a previously typed command. Means any command, if you want to use it repeatedly, you can use this redo button. Suppose you want to paste any word many times, just one time you have to paste. After one time you have to just go on clicking on this button, this redo button. So the redo button is used to use any command repeatedly. Okay. So this is the use of redo command. Now let's move forward. Changing the font type. How can you change the font type? Select the text. Okay, first you have to select. Then what to do? After selecting your text, you have to click here. Okay, here. Just click here. Drop down list will come. These all are for different type of fonts. As you click, your font will be changing. You can see the preview over here. Whatever you want, you can click on that. By default, Calibri will be there. And this is for size. Select the text, click, drop down list will come and select the size. Okay. Now alignment. Alignment refers to the positioning of your text on the document. These 4 alignments are given. This is for alignment. Okay, let's see now. It is showing about your font design only. These are called font design. You can do so by clicking on this tab. Okay. Now see what 2007 what is written. Starting from what 2007 onwards, the default font in Microsoft Word is been set to Calibri, which font size is 11. Means default font design will be Calibri and default size will be 11. Now let's know more. Font size refers to the height over all size of the letters. Okay, it means height. Okay, to change the font size, click on the font size box. Drop down list will come, as I have already shown you. So that is the rule to change the font. Now let's know more box. Let's know more box. On selecting a text, a small pop-up window appears which has the basic formatting command buttons. Okay. Now applying bold, italic and underline effects. Already I have showed you. First you have to select the text. This is for bold, this is for italic and this is for underline. Before doing all this, don't forget you have to select your text first. After selecting, see, click on bold button. But before that, you have to select your text. Okay, select the text, then click if you want to do bold, click italic if you want to do italic, and click underline if you want to do underline. Okay, now let's see. Now this is underlined already. So bold, italic, underline, these are also called formatting tools. We can underline a word or sentence along with the spaces. Now to apply any font style effects. Okay, select the text. Now which font style? Now bold, italic, underline. All three things you can do as formatting. Okay, there are variety of formatting options available in Word. These all are called formattings. Okay, these all tools are known as formatting tools from here after clipboard. Okay, now see these are advanced tools. Font group, font window. Now quick view. Press the shortcut key to apply and remove the given effects. Control plus B for bold, Control plus I for italic and Control plus U for underline. What does it mean? It means if you want to use shortcut tools for formatting, first select the tool, then press Control plus B on the keyboard to make the text bold. If you want to make italic, press Control plus I together, then it will be italic, and for underline you can use Control plus U. Okay, now let's move forward in this chapter. Now changing the text alignment. Students, this is very important. These all are called alignment tools. There are 4 types of alignments. Alignments refers to the positioning of your text on the document. Okay. Now let's see how can you do the alignment. We can do the alignment before writing or after writing. These are the 4 alignment tools: left alignment, center alignment, right alignment and justify. Okay, let's see. This is left alignment. By default, this is the alignment which is given by the computer. Okay, it places the select words from the left to right. What does it mean? It means if left alignment is highlighted, means it is activated, then your writing will start from left margin, from left to right, as we write in our copy. Now let's see next. Okay, this is center alignment. If it is activated, then your writing will start from the center of the document and it will spread both the sides, left and right. Okay, then right alignment. If this alignment is activated, then your writing will start from this side to that side, from right to left. Your writing will start from right margin towards left. And this is justify. Justify, it places the text evenly between the left and right margins. Okay, evenly means see this side all are in a line, but this side not in a line. Okay, here, but these two lines are in a line and these three lines are ending with the same line. This is the use of this justify alignment. Okay, now let's see. Next, changing the text alignment. How to do? Select the text. First you have to select, then click whatever the alignment you want. One by one you can use. Okay, first you have to select the text under home tab, center alignment. See, it is now centralized now on the page. This side also some margin left, this side also some places are there, as because we are already using this center alignment. Okay. Select the required alignment by clicking on the drop down list. You can do this alignment by clicking paragraph group also. If you click paragraph group, same dialog box will come. Now let's know more. Tab stops are used to describe the location at which the cursor stops after the tab key has been pressed. These all are given through small boxes. You are requested to go through this and learn all the small boxes. You will get many information inside these boxes. Okay. By default, tab stops at 0.5 inches. Now changing the text color. How can you change the text color? Select the text. First, whatever the formatting you want to do, children, as I told, first step always select the text. Without selection, you cannot change anything, cannot do any type of changing. This is the color change option. First select the text, click here, see these all changing color changing options are here. You can choose your color, you can select your color and your selection will take place on the document. Now let's know more box again given. To highlight text, select it, then click on the text highlight button. Okay, this type of icon given on the formatting toolbar, so you can use it. Right. Now changing the text case. This is one of the important. See, in Microsoft Word there are 5 types of case changing option given. One is sentence case. What is the use of sentence case? If you select this sentence case, as we write in our copy, the first letter of every sentence will be capitalized. If sentence case is selected, the first letter of each sentence will be in capital letter. Now lower case. If you select this lower case, all the written lines, all the written text will be converted into small letters. Now after that, uppercase. Uppercase means if you select this, then all the text will be converted into capital letters. Now capitalize each word. Each word means capitalize. Each word means the first letter of each word will be capitalized. Each word of the letter will be in capital letter. Now toggle case. Toggle case means as you have written, it will change into its opposite. If you have written the first letter capital, it will be converted into small letter. If your first letter will be in small letter, it will change into capital letter. As you have seen, as we write the first letter in capital, if you select toggle case, first letter is a small letter. Rest all are in small letter, so rest all are converted into capital letter. So these are the case change options. Okay, there are 5 change case options available in the MS Word. First, sentence case. Sentence case is used to capitalize the first letter of each sentence. Lower case is used to convert the text into lower case. All the text will be converted into lower case. Upper case, all the selected text will be converted into capital letters in upper case. Capitalize each word. It is used to convert the first letter of each word in capital letter. And toggle case will convert your text in your opposite. If you have written small letter, it will be converted into capital letter. If you have written in capital letter, it will be converted into a small letter. So this is the use of change case option. Now let's see how it is coming in the screen. Okay. So these are the 5 change case options available in the change case options. Sentence case, lower case, upper case, capitalize each word and toggle case. Now, see the explanation all. sentence case. Okay, capitalize the first letter of the selected sentence. Okay, this is a text document. Now lowercase converts the selected text to lowercase. Okay, now uppercase converts the selected text to uppercase. Okay, now capitalize each word, changes the first character of each selected word to uppercase. Now next is toggle case. What is the use of toggle case? Converts the case of every selected character in reverse manner. That is, a capital character will convert into lower case and vice versa, means just opposite. Okay. So these are the uses of change case options. Okay. So till here we are completing this session of tutorial video. We will see you in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Thank you for watching.